Hey everyone, Amar Bashakra here. Um, when I was first getting started in this industry, I found myself in the same position as you're going to see Mike is in. No money, no free time. And it took a couple of real conversations with a couple of my mentors to help me actually escape that doom loop, this seemingly never ending hamster wheel. And in the past couple of months, I've been getting more and more contractors who are moms and dads with kids who are stuck in this position. No time, no money, and no idea how to get out of it. So, what you're about to watch here is the full unedited conversation I have had with this contractor, Mike, and my genuine, unfiltered advice to him. It's not easy, and it never will be if you're trying to actually do something impressive in this world, actually raise the family you've always wanted to raise at the quality that you desire, to make the money that you'd want to make, to have the free time that you want to have. It's not. So I was actually debating on like maybe chopping up this video, doing some edits here and there, but I'm not even going to edit that out. I believe in giving you the full picture, and then you make the decision for yourself. So this is the complete unedited conversation that I have. I didn't edit out the small talk or anything. You'll just see me blurring out some stuff to protect his privacy. But I hope you get value from this video. My goal for you might say, well, Amber, just get to it already. Well, I'll tell you this. By the end of the video, I will show you exactly how to get out of this hamster wheel. And no, I'm not going to ask for your email. And no, I'm not going to ask you sign up for any newsletter. By the end of this video, you will have the complete clarity on how to actually get out of the situation if you're a contractor with no time and no money. Enjoy the video. Hello.
Hey,
Aha.
there we go.
There we go. What's going on, man?
How's it going?
Doing fantastic. I love the Carhartt hoodie. Looking good, brother.
Thanks.
Looking good. How's your day? How's your week actually been so far?
Busy. um, Very busy.
Like good busy
Like,
or yeah?
well, I mean, yes and no. I mean, busy means making money, but I'd rather be making money and not be that busy. Like,
Mm, okay.
example, after this meeting, I have to go finish painting. I hate painting.
Oh yeah, yeah. Very tedious, man.
I gotta go finish painting a house that I was working on yesterday also because I'm battling with the weather. Um, and then my daughter had a jogathon in the middle of the day, so you
Oh,
know,
how old's your daughter?
11. I
Oh,
have a bunch of
cool.
kids. Um, so she had a jogathon in the middle of the day, so I went, started painting, and then I had to run home in the middle of the day, do the jogathon thing, and then after that it was kind of too late. So now working on Sunday, which is not out of the norm.
Mm. How many days a week you usually work?
All of them.
Okay. Jesus. Wait, you said you just have a daughter, or how many other kids?
Well, we're a blended family. She
Oh,
had
cool.
two. I had three. We had one. We got one on the way. So
Congratulations. Wow.
yeah, we got a lot of kids.
Yeah, you have
And
a an army, not a family. It's an army.
right, we complete our baseball team after this one.
Oh my goodness. I love it, man. Where is your wife, if you don't mind me asking?
She's asleep.
Oh, she's
She
asleep.
was gonna, yeah, she might join us later. She's 6 months pregnant, so um, she she's tired.
Obviously, yeah. What's her name? Sorry,
Mikey,
Mikey.
yeah,
No,
we are actually both Michael, so we go by Mike and Mikey.
love it. Cool. All right, man. Well, did you get a chance to look at the homework I sent you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Um, kind of got stuck on the success stories more than listening to your episodes, but
Oh yeah, no,
uh,
there's a lot of stuff in there in general, but I'm glad you at least got to saw a little bit. Now I know you noticed in the email, and you spoke to Joe, I believe, and he's the one who
mhm.
actually qualified you to jump on this call with me. And he did mention that to get the best value for you, I need to get the full picture, and part of the picture is the books, which obviously is managed with Mikey. So, uh, yeah.
Yeah, yes and no. So it's supposed to be. Um, and then she's getting really frustrated with me because I have just been keeping everything in cash.
Oh man. Okay.
And um, so she's getting frustrated because she doesn't know where everything's going. And
Wait, you don't have any credit cards or anything?
no,
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 no, no business credit card,
no.
and then
I've been
no debit cards.
I've been using strictly everything in cash.
Holy
And
shit! Wait, so you're telling me right now in your business account, because this is pretty impressive. I can't lie to you. So in your business account, personal account, just like $0.
yes. So
Sorry, man. That's just so awesome. Not every day I meet somebody like that. So
so my wife is the complete opposite.
yeah.
And so everything she does is, well, usually through an app on her phone, but and I just like to use cash, which has not been working out super well because now I'm
We
sitting
bu-
there like, where did all this money go? Like now I gotta look at
oh
now I gotta look at I gotta try to remember what tools and material I bought and look
man,
through receipts and whatnot. So
that's
it's not
crazy.
very
Is it like a
efficient.
lack of trust in the banks that you kind of have, and like these institutions, or is it just a world that you don't really fully understand,
It's
or a bit of both?
that we've had like we call them the vultures. So my wife has gotten a lot of stuff on credit, right?
Mm.
We got a lot of payments going on. So I don't trust putting any money into the account without knowing who or when or
Oh,
what is
dude, yeah,
being
because the moment you put it in, it's like Wi-Fi is just taken. It's like the
yeah,
moment you put in Netflix subscription, or and then there's like a billion of them.
exactly.
If you don't mind me
Exactly.
asking, like, are you guys in debt?
Yeah.
You guys are, yeah.
Um,
Okay, cool. Thank you for thanks for sharing that with me. I know that may not be.
yeah, like it's and I don't even know what it all is, to be honest with you. And that's kind of why I keep everything in cash
How much
rather
cash
than
do you
putting
have?
it in the account. Not much, just kind of blew everything. If put all together like $500
Okay, okay.
until tomorrow. Like I make like between three and $500 a day while I'm working.
Mm.
Um, and it doesn't seem to be enough. Sounds like it'd be enough, but it's not. Um, so right now it's pretty much constantly working to maintain,
Just break
so
even. Yeah,
yeah.
I gotcha.
Um,
Okay, man. Well, I'm glad you scheduled this call with me, because all we're gonna do today is gonna be very. It's like it's now that you've told me what you've told me, this is not gonna take an hour. Okay, because words aren't gonna help you here. It's actually action. Okay, man. So if you're ready, I'd love to share with you what you need to do
yeah,
to get out of this hamster wheel. Okay, because you're not the only one, man. Like there, and by the way, you can turn your phone sideways. Uh, it gets a bit. I can just see you better. So if you count up, because I kind of lost count. How many kids do you have in total?
six and one on the way.
Okay, 6 kids, one on the way. And your wife obviously is not working because she's 6 months pregnant.
Yeah, she's actually a student. Where we moved down to
Oh,
Moscow,
she's a student. Okay.
uh, so she'd go to U of I, and it's kind of how we ended up here. Was so I'm actually a metal fabricator by trade,
Yeah.
and so I could always get a job anywhere we go.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a skilled tradesperson, so and so I told her, it doesn't matter where we go for your school because she's chasing her dream. So I said I get a job anywhere. Well, we got down here, jobs don't pay well, and they are not flexible, and you know, um, started out with I was just gonna stay home with kids, and because she's taking like 18 to 21 credit hours per semester. Like she's busy. Um, so it started out with me just staying home with the kids. Now our toddler's old enough for daycare. So since he went to daycare and we were like scraping by on pennies, I decided to get out there and start working again. Um, Started working for a local contractor named Mr. Do It All, his company name. And within like a week, he offered to partner with me. He offered me a partnership, 50%. He's so all I gotta do is wrap my truck with his logo, and he'd make it official, give me 50% of the business, basically. But we don't see eye to eye on ethics and
Yeah, man.
um,
I hear this story all the time, and
so it's
here, let me read
so
you.
I
Let me. I actually have a quote that one of my mentors sent me. Have you ever heard of Brian Scudamore?
I don't think so.
So he's the founder of 1-800 Got Junk. You ever heard of 1-800 Got Junk?
Yep.
Okay. Can you guess how much they do in revenue per day?
I have no idea.
$1 million per day in revenue. So this guy knows what he's talking about. So he wrote this book. It's called Willing to Fail. And I'll share this quote with you. And then we're going to dive in. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do to get yourself out of this position. And let me give you a disclaimer. None of this is easy. Because if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Okay? Like, there was a Harvard study I read like a couple of years ago. It's like 97% of contractors or something. Something like crazy like that. Never get to like hiring 2 employees. Okay, so his book is called Willing to Fail. And where did I put it? There it is. It's called WTF, Willing to Fail. Why is it that entrepreneurs so often decide they need a partner when they really just need a mentor? This is from chapter 4. One second here. I lost it. When they really just need a mentor. Listen. He says this in the book. Listen. When you feel like you're lost in the forest and you need help getting to the next level in business, don't go looking for a partner. Look for a mentor. A person who has successfully passed through the woods you feel lost in. A person who knows all the secret paths that lead out of the dark forest and into the sunshine. Too often, a partner is just someone who will keep you company while you're both lost in the woods. Okay. Now, Mike, here's your situation. You're on the tools every day. Today, you had to go to your daughter's school event, a jogathon. And the price of that is now you're behind on this project where you have to do some painting. And, you don't even want to do painting.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you're metal fabrication by trade, but you can do carpentry and other stuff, obviously, right? Yeah, so you're very skilled, you're highly skilled, but here you are, it's like you're stuck. And you just mentioned to me, for you and your wife, it's kind of paycheck to paycheck right now. So what do you do? How do you get out of this place? Well, let me share with you. Step one, we need to actually look at the problem. We need to look at it and define it. Okay, because right now it's like robbing Peter, pay Paul, paycheck to paycheck. Totally get it. But why? What the hell is happening to our money? That is question number one. Okay, so how do you do that? Well, you need a little bit of math. And it's the good type. There's no letters and all that. It's just like addition and subtraction. You are making money, and then that money is subtracting. Well, why? What the hell's going on? Step one, you want to write this down. You need to budget. Okay? Look, you just told me all your money's in cash. You have no credit cards, no debit cards, nothing. I get it. You got to get if that's the route you want to take, just understand that you're making 10 times more work for yourself to track where this money is. One of the advantages of having a credit card and a business bank account, even a personal bank account, is there's proof on where the hell this money's going. Pardon my language, by the way. I'm just I'm really passionate about this stuff, right? And, when you tell me you got 7 kids, it just kind of wakes me up a little. So that is step one. So you might say, okay, Amber, I kind of get your point, but give me more specifics. Well, here's what you need to do. Anytime you make money from a job, you go to a customer. Here's how your entire business works. You go to a customer and you say, hello, Mr. Customer. You want me to solve a problem in your house? It will be $3,000. Customer says, no problem. They either give you a deposit or they don't. Here's a little hint. You should always be taking at least a 25% deposit.
That's not enough.
No, at least. I said the word at least, okay? So customer gives you, we'll say $1,000 from the 3,000. You go buy materials. You spend your time and effort on that job. And then at the end, the customer gives you money. So now you need to have a spreadsheet, a page where you take notes. Somebody, man, if it's not you, maybe your wife, that can track of this stuff. So we made a sale for $3,000. Now, before you get paid, you got to remember, okay, Uncle Sam needs to get paid first. Well, you might be doing money under table, whatnot. Listen, man, honestly, with the economy going the way it is, I'm pretty sure the government's going to find a way to take its money. So I would just first set aside money to pay Uncle Sam. And you might say, well, what is that? Well, if you're incorporated, there's corporate taxes. If you're not incorporated, which most are not, you run a sole proprietorship. That's what they kind of call it. It's just a fancy word for not having a C corp or an S corp or an LLC.
We have an LLC.
You have an LLC. Okay, well, there's specific taxes you got to pay for that. So you need to have a separate bank account where anytime you make that sale, by the way, you should be charging a sales tax to your customer. So if it's $3,000, if there's a 10% sales tax, there should be an extra $300 put on top. That money is taken and put in a separate bank account. It's not yours. It never was. Okay, that's kind of like the benefit of being an American. That's the fee you pay to be in this great country. Fine, whatever. Set that aside. Well, now you got to buy materials. Great, 3,000 minus. You spend 1,000 on materials. So you send. Let's say it's $300 in tax, gone. $1,000 in materials. Now we're left with $2,000. Man, here's the thing. If you're trying to get off the tools, if you're actually trying to get some sort of freedom in your life and to escape this hamster wheel, you got to recognize that is not actually your money. Because your company has an employee. It's you. And if you want to replace yourself as an employee, you got to start paying yourself as if you are an employee. So you got to ask yourself, if you were to hire somebody at your skill set, how much money would you pay them per hour? Your answer should be anywhere from $25 to $35 because most people that I talk to are extremely talented on the tools. And they're ready to level up in business, get to that next level. Fine. So let's just say $30 an hour. Well, how many hours were you on the job, Mike? for that 2 grand? Well, you might say to me, well, Amber, I was on the job for 50 hours. Simple math. I was there 50 hours swinging a hammer. Great. Well, remember how we started from 3 grand? We charged 3,300. We gave money to Uncle Sam. Now we got 3 grand. We paid 1,000 in materials. Now we got 2 grand. Well, if you worked 50 hours, if you do 50 hours times $30, that's $1,500. So what's left? $500. That is your profit before overhead. Okay, so that's actually how much you made off the job, $500. No, but Amber, like I pocketed 2 grand. It's like, yeah, you as the employee. If you're actually
I
trying to
see what
get
you're
off the
saying.
tools, that 1,500 should be going to somebody else doing the work
Right.
for you. Okay, so then you might say, all right, well, I'm left with $500. Well, but you just before overhead. Well, yeah, you got to remember, brother, your truck payments, gas, if you have an office, equipment, like that needs to get paid. So quickly, when I'm having this conversation with people, they come to realize that they're probably not charging enough. Okay? So before we take down that rabbit hole, step number 1, man, you have to budget. You need to go know where your money's coming from and where it's going. Okay, you're spending 60, 70 hours a week exchanging your time as a dad, your time as a fisherman, your time with your wife for these dollars. Okay, that's a damn big sacrifice. We need to know where this money is going. What is happening to our money? That's step number 1, man. Okay, that's called budgeting. And you might say, well, how do I do that? Man, you literally just grab a piece of paper like I'm showing you here. Just, at the end of the day, boom, boom, write this down. You have a spreadsheet. Okay, you never used a spreadsheet before. They look so confusing. They're really not. Like, that's a skill set. Like, when you have a rookie and a complete apprentice on your job site, you try to tell them the difference between a drill and a driver, and they don't know what the heck is going on. But that's a skill they have to learn. Well, guess what, man? If you're trying to become a business owner, there's a whole list of skills just like that you need to learn. One of which is budgeting and learning how to use a spreadsheet. Learning how to send,
Excel.
yeah, man. I mean, it makes sense. If you're tired of being an employee and you want to be a manager, an executive, well, it's time to learn the skills that come with that role. That's step 1. Learn where your money is going. Now, once you see where your money is going, you can start finding problems. You can start saying, honey, look, like, we're bringing in like 3 grand a month, 4 grand a month, 5 grand a month, whatever. There's like $1,000 going on like groceries when I think we can be saving some money on that. Or, honey, like, we're paying $500 a month for like entertainment. Like, do we really need Netflix, Disney Plus, Apple TV, and Crave? Right?
If you ask kids.
No, I know. But that's just an example. But most of the time,
Yeah, no, I
you
hear
need
you.
to look at yourself too. Like, do we really need to buy all this Milwaukee this month? Do we really need these Makita tools right now? I don't think so. Most of the time, the answer is, man, you could have probably just rented them, or you made do with something else, right? Did we really need to lift our truck? You probably don't look like the type of guy who does that, right? But do we really need a $50,000 truck that can like haul, like 10 elephants? No. Like, everybody calm down here, okay? So let's not fall victim to these shiny objects. And this leads me to the second part, which is in your business, when you choose not to price correctly, there's always a sale happening. Somebody's selling you on something. It's either Ford selling you on why you should spend your life's earning on a truck. It's either Milwaukee selling you on the fancy new tool. Or it's either you selling yourself that you need to invest in your business, that you need to save. Somebody is making a sale. But the worst type of sale is when a customer sells you that you're not worth a specific amount of money. That takes food off your kid's plate. Okay? So then that opens up a whole world of you got to know how to sell yourself. okay, which is like a 15-hour conversation to just scratch the surface. I've been trying to learn this skill for 8 straight years. It never stops. Learning how to sell yourself properly. So I would want you, the first thing you want to do, and just pick up this book. Okay, it's called Sell or Be Sold by Grant Cardone. Great person to start with. Okay, there's way more advanced sales books that I can recommend to you when you're ready, but just start simple. The second one is
Okay.
the little red book of selling.
That's actually one place I do really well is sales. Is so I'm not cheap,
Well, show me the money,
and
man. If you're good at sales,
right,
show me the money. Where is the money? You might be
the
good at selling yourself on the job site, but then the moment you collect the cash, you're being sold by the first thing you drive by. It's like, oh, let's go on a fancy dinner.
that's true.
Let's spend more on our truck. Let's go spend more on tools because that's an investment. It's like, brother, it's just like most of the time you already have enough tools, okay? And but no, it's an investment in the business. But Amber, like, it'll help me do more jobs and it's more money. Look, there's a limit. You're right. We need certain tools, but there's a limit to that. That is as much as a vice as spending money on anything else. Right? You're
Yeah,
being
and that,
sold something.
right. No,
Okay?
I got you, and
Yeah.
I do. I'm always buying tools.
Yeah, and that's okay, right? But let's really think. This tool, what can it actually do for me? How much time can it save me? You know, and it's most of the time you already got the tools that you got. So that's the second thing you need to do. Now the third thing is you're only booked 2 weeks out with work. Okay, which is a problem for many different reasons. The first is it creates. I remember when I was booked 2 weeks out in my contracting business. No matter how good I was, I got desperate. Okay, I failed every negotiation with a customer because man, like bills needed to get paid, brother. You know, like fine, I'll take a hit on this job. Like I just need to keep my guys busy. If you have any employees, but it was like for you, it's like you need to keep yourself busy. So then, what I would say to you in that situation is learn how not to rely on word of mouth only. Like this was my strategy. I would wake up 7 o'clock, put my hands together, look in the sky, and pray to God that the phone rings. That was my marketing strategy, and I was just constantly living in fear, wondering when the next call is going to come from. Okay, that's not how you take control of your business. So you might say, okay, Amber, well, what is the best marketing method? It is definitely not Angie's List, definitely not Homestars, definitely not Yellow Pages, definitely not Yelp. Again, they're selling you on being more dependent than independent. What I'm trying to tell you here on this call is you need to learn to rely on the only man that will get shit done for his family, which is you. So what skill set do you need to keep yourself flooded with work? Okay, it's the skill set that most people know the answer to. Okay, if all of us contractors do work on houses, where is the work? Where the houses are. So you put on a polo, you clean up the beard, and you go knock on a door or two, for God's sakes. You get your business card. Oh, but my business card isn't that good. I don't care, man. That's more of the excuses of you being sold to spend money on business cards. No, but you got to make a good first impression. Yeah, with your face, not a card. So the other skill you need is you need to learn how to go door to door. This is how I built my entire business. I knocked on 20,000 doors over a summer. I didn't miss a single day from January 7th to July 7th. Monday to Friday, 3 hours an evening. I missed funerals and weddings. Between January and July, I chose to be a little bit selfish. And I learned how to go door to door. 20,000 doors I knocked on, 11,000 opened the door and said no thank you. 500 of them gave me their number. 200 became my customers. And that's all I needed. And that summer, my business did $500,000 and I took home a 40% profit. So it was just shy of 200 grand straight profit after overhead. Okay, I didn't have an Angie's List or a Yelp account that I was spending money to. No, I had myself. The only person I could truly, truly depend on, myself. So you need to learn how to go door to door. Well, Amber, how do I learn to go door to door? Well, did you forget that the internet exists? You go on YouTube and you just type in how to go door to door as a contractor. There's literally like 30,000 videos explaining how to do that. So here's what happens. When you learn how to go door to door, you start flooding yourself with work. You're going to get 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out, 2 months out. And then something beautiful happens. You stop caring if you don't get the job. If you stop caring about getting the job, you'll start learning how to price these jobs correctly, where you're not making $500 for every $3,000, which, by the way, is like around 15% profit. Okay, you should be making 50%. Oh, Amber, but like, I want to be fair here. You know, these are the most common objections I get when I tell people to go get what they're worth. But Amber, you know, I'm afraid of disappointing the customer. Great, go work on your self-confidence. Because if you're not good, get better. If you are good, go work on your self-confidence. Oh, but Amber, like, this is not highway robbery. I like to be fair. Great. So you want to be fair to your customer, but not to your own family. What kind of decision is that? That's kind of crazy. And don't you forget also that you're actually being more fair to the customer by charging what you're worth, because you're actually more motivated to do a better job and gain their respect. And it's more fair for the customer because that extra 50% that you can use can get you better liability insurance for the customer, can get you better workers' comp for the customer, can get you better tools for the customer, can get you better employees for the customer, can get you better materials for the customer. So I don't buy it when people tell me that. I just don't. So if you learn how to budget, learn how to sell, learn how to door to door, and learn how to be confident in yourself, you will be flooded with work. And then the main problem you're going to run into is, Amber, how do I find good quality employees that want to work in this economy? When you get to that point, you have a couple of, you should have at least 10 grand in your bank account. Your family should be taken care of. You're booked 3 months in advance. Once you get to that point, then we can maybe talk about doing some sort of business. Because that's when contractors come to us. Okay, you saw our testimonials. They're insane, man. They're insane.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You've seen it with your own eyes. Like, we are really good at what we do, and you can see it. Like, I'm not just pulling shit out of my ass. Like, we've done this hundreds of times. So when you're ready, when you have that stable foundation, you have that money, you have the work, then you have a real problem you need to solve that is very hard to solve on your own. That's when you can come to us and say, hey, look, Amber, we're booked 3 months in advance, healthy profit margins. I just need help getting off the tools so I can go fishing, so I can spend more time with my kids. Okay, now we're speaking the same language. Now you actually have the right foundations for us to do that within a couple of months. Yes, I can get you fishing in a couple of months. Because again, you just need to learn higher level business skills to how to do that. You need to, yeah, go ahead.
Right now, I'm kind of doing the same thing Mr. Do-It-All was doing, as I'll take any work, you know. You think that's the way to go? Because honestly, I don't really care.
Look, man, when you're a one-man army, that's okay. There's work, man. Okay? But when you start, again, when you have employees, that's not the way to go. But you're not there yet, man. Right now, bills need to get paid, money needs to get made. So, look, man, you're experienced. You've seen the jobs that bring you money. You've seen the jobs that are fun. Sometimes maybe the jobs that you hate the most make you the most money. Well, guess what, man? Like, I was in a position like that too, and I had no choice but to do what is kind of tough. Like, you said that you hate painting. Well, painting has one of the highest profit margins in the industry, and it's actually pretty straightforward. Man, and like, just learn to like it. Put on some music while you're painting. Like, who knows? Get creative here. But if for every hour that you're painting, you're just, you're an hour closer to getting your family what they need. I mean, man, I'll be painting all day. Like, this is Like if you don't have time and if you don't have money, right? That you can people fall into different quadrants where they have money but don't have time. They have a lot of time but no money. A lot of people I talk to don't have time and don't have money. Okay, well you can't afford not to have work ethic because then you're just screwed. So you gotta like eat dirt for a little bit. I wish I could tell you there's a magic formula. Man, oh man, how much money we can make if I just told you, hey, with this one secret little trick here, brother, there isn't. Okay, there isn't. There never will be. Because if there was, it would have been exploited and diluted by now. There isn't. If you have no time and no money, and you're watching Netflix, God help you. You're scrolling on TikTok, man, my condolences to your family. You gotta like just get good at reading these books and upgrading your skill sets. Because here's the harsh reality: if you have no time and no money, and you're running your own business, but you don't want to go back to like having a job, a 9 to 5, where you got a boss man, where you're just another number on the job site. Well, guess what, man? You're gonna have to learn how to get better. Like you're not good enough. You have to learn how to work more with your head and not with your back. This is the reality I had to face. This is the hard pill to swallow. Is man, I was not good enough. Well, how do I get good enough? Well, there's people who've done it, which is why you scheduled this call. Obviously, we're one of the best at what we do. So it's like, great. But there's people who are really good at selling. People who are really good at door-to-door. Go learn those skills. You already know the skills of metal fabrication, the skills of painting. But those skills only pay you directly for your time. Okay, you look at the people like Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, these billionaires. What are they doing all day? They're just like sitting in their office, reading, tweeting, appearing on TV shows. And then every day their net worth goes up by 400 million. Well, guess what? The skills that they have are just way higher than you and I. They know how to build billion-dollar businesses. I obviously don't. But I'm trying to learn. Trying to learn at least how to run a 8-figure business. That's now the next skill set I'm trying to learn. Right? So there's levels to these skill sets in business that can give you leverage. That's what you're missing is leverage. But what the first rule of leverage, you need money. For somebody to trade you their time so you can leverage their time, you need money. So go get money. You don't have money, get good at getting more money, which is by selling and marketing and investing in yourself. I have sometimes contractors come to me. It's like, hey, man, Amber, I have $5,000. I want to go like invest in real estate, or yeah, I have 25 grand. I'm thinking of like entering in the stock market. What are you doing, man? That's not enough money to do anything. Like it's not. That's such a little amount. Go invest in yourself. Where did that 25 grand, $5,000 come from? Oh, it came from, me working. Well, great. Go put it back in yourself. Get a mentor, get a coach, get a course, get a book. Okay, get somebody to call you out on your bullshit. Watch how much more money you'll make. So those are the things you got to do, Mike. This is my assignment to you. Between now and January 1st. Between now and February 1st. Within the next 3 months, here's my assignment to you. I want you to knock on 2,000 doors. And that seems crazy, but 3 months, that's around 12 weeks. That's around 150 doors per week. Let's do the math here. 2,000 divided by 12. That's 166 doors per week. That's 33 doors per day. Monday to Friday. Okay, you got weekends off. And just watch. Your confidence will... By the way, you have to get good at being rejected. Okay? That's a whole other thing, like us, specifically me. I have when I first started, I had a giant ego. I thought I was invincible. I thought I was hot shit. Here I am, open up the door, guy slams it at me. I wanted to start like fighting him. What kind of... That was just... I was frail. I was weak mentally. I didn't know how to get rejected. I took it personal. Great, that's a weakness. I got to go work on it. Most people don't actually have business problems. They have personal problems that show up in their business. I had too big of a head, and my pockets were too skinny. I wanted to flip it around. So that's what you got to do, Mike. That's everything I can give you. And I want you to send me an email once you hit that goal, and I'll be happy. Just complimentary. I'll make sure it's me, not any of the people on my team. I'll jump on another call with you, and we can take a look what we can do. And if we are a good fit, great. Let's talk about how we can do business so we both win. And if it's not a good fit, great. I'll point you to another direction, like I did here today.
Yeah, I appreciate it. You think that, and I will do this knocking. Do you think, because I'm just getting started and doing this for myself. Do you think I need to like make a Facebook page or um,
If you're going to do
try to do
anything
some
online,
online marketing?
for God's sakes, don't spend money on a website. Holy moly, is that a trap? Don't go make a Facebook page. If you're going to do anything, make a Google My Business page. A Google My Business. It's like when your business shows up in Google Maps. If you can just create that and get a couple of 5-star reviews on there, that is probably the most important thing you can be doing.
Okay.
Okay? And because you made it this far, man, and like you invested this time, and you told me about your family, you were so gracious with that. I'll leave you with kind of a little tip. If you're in the U.S., go to USPS. Go on Google and type in USPS every door mail, something like that. Next door mail, every door direct mail, USPS. It's in Canada it's called the Canada Post next door neighbor, same thing. So, but in the US it's USPS next door neighbor mail, something like that. It's a tool where you type in your zip code and it shows you your neighborhood. And you can filter by income. So you can pick like 80,000 family household income or plus. And it highlights the streets where people actually make money. And guess what, Mike? If you do any work even on the exterior, like for like the spring or something like that, you can go on Google Maps, go to those streets where people make money, switch to satellite view, and you can look in their backyards. And if they need a deck, you write that address down. They need a fence, you write that address down. It looks like the roof is falling off, you write that down. If it looks like a new division, you write that down, because like there's probably some interior work. There's probably an unfinished basement in there. Maybe a bathroom that just came in, from the builders that might need some upgrading. There's no excuse these days not to make money. So that's what I want to leave you with, Mike. And you just got to go take action from here. You just got to move your own hands and feet. Keep betting on yourself.
I'll do that. I appreciate you taking this time with me.
Hey, man, I appreciate
Really
you
good.
for reaching out and being so open-minded.
Well, I mean, I've done a lot of work and I've run a lot of shops for other people, but I want to build something for, me and my family instead of making other people money,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So, and I haven't done that. Well, I haven't done that successfully. I've had like 3 businesses crash and burn. So, um, you know, um, I want this one to get off the ground.
Yeah. And let's face, the man in the mirror. You got to face the man in the mirror. It's like 3 businesses crashed and burned. You don't want to work for the other guys. Well, there's a moment you got to take, which is like, okay, I don't like the guys. I don't want to work for them, but they're obviously better at me at some things. What are they? How do I get better at them? And I can tell you right now, the skills of pricing properly, like I just told you how, selling properly, like I just told you how, marketing properly, like I just told you how, and managing yourself and your ego and your personal life, like I just told you how. It's doing those things that can get you headed in the right direction. But if you keep, and obviously you don't do this, but some people blame the economy. Oh, COVID this, inflation that, nobody wants to work. My business partner in the last 12 months hired like 300 employees into his business. That guy doesn't care about any economy. Like, this guy knows how to do it. Because if it was a good economy, he would have hired 600. But he has the skill set to make it happen. It's harder to hire now, which means you just need to get better. So if there's a guy like that, like my business partner, he runs a $29 million contracting business. He's managing 700 employees who are part-time and full-time. Okay, and he takes Sundays off, works 9 to 4, and his spare time is building a $3 million house. This guy is better at running a contracting business than most people. Let's go study him. What is he doing? How can a guy even like me at 21 run a $500,000 business, $200,000 profit, have a foreman, an estimator, and 6 job sites running, and is playing video games during the day? That's what I did when I was 21. I didn't have a family. In my spare time, I didn't go fishing. I just played video games. This is what I wanted. Okay, I obviously don't play video games now, but it's like, well, how? Like, what is going on here? What skills do these people have that I'm just completely missing? That is kind of what I want to open your eyes up to. And yeah, that's what I recommend.
I appreciate it. And I'll definitely get back to you. I don't think it'll take me 3 months to knock on 2,000 doors, so I'll let you know when I get there.
Fucking love that attitude, man. Let's go. Let's go.
Awesome.
Get good. And yeah, let's reconnect.
Sounds good. Thanks, Hammer.
Yeah, no
I
worries.
gotta go paint a house.
Yeah, Mike, can I just ask one last thing? We had such an amazing conversation. Can I actually share, I like to record these. Would you want me to share this back with you if maybe you want to listen to it again?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And every now and then I do have contractors that come in with the same problem that you're running into. A big family, no time, no money. If I was to, I can edit your name out and stuff like that. Is it okay if I can share this conversation with them as well?
Yeah.
You're a legend.
Yeah, and hopefully we have a good follow-up for it.
Yeah, why not? We'll get a part 2 going. But that's going to be on you, okay? I don't play the follow-up game, okay? I'm not going to send you emails. The ball is in your court, man, okay? Because, again, I want you to learn how to become independently successful. So, and part of that is, when you're raising kids, you let them scrape their knee, And it's like most of my clients, it's like, yes, I will hold you accountable. I will show you the truth. But we're all grown men here. And it's like, so the ball is in your court. My email is open. You have it. So once you're ready, you shoot me an email, and let's make it happen.
I will.
Cool. Mike, you're a beauty. Enjoy the rest of your day. Good luck on the project. And, yeah, stay optimistic. Your head's in the right place. Keep having more of these conversations. And, yeah, let's go make some money.
Definitely.
Cool.
All right. Thanks, Hammer.
Thanks, Mike. Take care, brother.